Hi guys, from the past few days, I am observing so many mistakes which students are doing. Like we have a public telegram group, like Rest of Fraternity. In that, students will be discussing about question banks. They'll be discussing about RTPs. They'll be discussing about revision videos, and they'll be discussing about trend analysis. And something which I'm recently watching on the YouTube is exam-oriented batches, exam-oriented learning, all that. Above all this, some students personally messages asking, sir, I will prepare past 10 attempts question papers. Past 10 attempts RTPs I will prepare. So I have a question bank covering these two, like past 10 attempts questions, past 10 attempts question, RTPs. Is it enough for me to qualify for the exam? So stupid question. Fine. Have patience. Listen to this. Change your schedules accordingly. Schedule means not like the timetable, all that. Mindset. Change your mindset now. See, honestly, 5 years before or even 10 years before, when we were studying, this word exam oriented learning is very famous that time. So that time, what is exam oriented learning? I'll tell you. Earlier, no, when we were studying CA final or CA inter, we need not study even 50% of the syllabus also not required. Honestly, I studied CA final audit for 6 days, 6 to 7 days. Okay, 6 to 7 days, I think. 1 week I studied. And I got 59 marks in CA final audit. And you know, that time the question paper is only one paper, 2 sides. Just only one paper. One paper is a question paper. CA final audit paper will be just one paper. CA inter audit will be one paper. 120 marks weightage will be within the one paper, just 2 sides. Today, tell me how many pages CA inter audit question paper, CA final audit question paper. Minimum 12 to 16 pages. Minimum. Excluding MCQ booklet, by the way. MCQ booklet will be some 7-8 pages again. Apart from that, normal question paper is somewhere around 10 to 15 or 10 to 16 or 18 pages. But when we were studying, only one paper. That time, the questions are very straight. You know, earlier when I am studying CA inter audit, no, how is the audit? No, a study company audit, study different types of entities. It's actually called as special audits. Study audit of liabilities, audit of assets, audit of incomes, audit of assets. That is what now called as items of financials. And one more chapter will be there. Some 3-4 important standards will be there. That's it. 4 to 5 chapters if we study, go. 70 to 80 marks of the paper we can attempt and happily secure 50 plus. Same is with the CA final. CA final audit, we have so much of syllabus. Right now, whatever the syllabus you are having in CA final audit, that much syllabus we also have. But the point is, we never studied that. Not required. In our time, it is not required. Exam oriented. We just have to prepare. Exam oriented syllabus. Exam oriented means at that time we have company audit in CA final also. So company audit, some 10 important standards will be there. Out of total 46 standards, only 10 important standards. Believe me. Then we have bank audit chapter that time also. We have insurance audit chapter that time. And we have some assets liability special audits. In CA final also we have special audits in old scheme once upon a time. So that these 4 or 5 chapters only we will study. We'll go to exam, right? That's it, easy. So that is the reason why I qualified with just 1 week of preparation. In my CA final, got 59. If at all, today the paper standards, if I observe, if at all this kind of standard, if I have to face, I need to at least dedicate 100 hours for minimum. I'm telling you on a very optimistic note. Okay, minimum 100 hours I need to spend on each paper so that there is a possibility that I can secure 40 to 50 marks at least. Are you getting my point? Minimum 100 hours for audit of today's standard. But today also, even now, people are circulating these points, exam oriented. What is exam? Today, many of you, some of you would have already given November attempt or before attempt, or some of you would have been given multiple attempts. You have seen the question paper, you have read the question paper, you understood, right? Now tell me, exam oriented means what? What is exam oriented? Today, can any student go and understand the question paper? Forget about writing and qualifying. Can a student first of all understand that MCQ 30 marks paper? The entire question paper. Can he first of all understand that without proper understanding the syllabus? Obviously not. Suppose if at all we are having some 15 chapters. Suppose CA intro audit, we have some 11 chapters in CA intro audit. Some 2 to 3 chapters if you ignore, remaining 8 chapters if you studied perfectly, yes, you can still attempt for 75 to 80 marks perfectly. Provided those 8 chapters out of 11, you have to be the best. You have understood each and every point realistically, practically, technically. You understood the sentence, you understood the context, you understood its overall implications. Only then you can understand the question paper correctly, because questions are almost interlinked questions. MCQs and all almost interlinked questions. So only those who understand the true concepts, practical application, its implications, its context in which we are learning, only they can answer these today's level of question paper. Agreed or not? Maybe out of some 11 chapters, 2 to 3 chapters you have never studied at all. You don't even want to study. But rest 8 chapters, 75% of the chapters, if you study 100% of that particular 75% of the chapters, getting it, nook and corner, understood it thoroughly, then you can answer well. Maybe if you call this as exam oriented, I agree. You know what the meaning, what I have seen today, exam oriented means you need not learn anything. Just mug up. Just these concepts, mug up. Whether you understood or not, whether you understood the context of its application or not, whether you understood the implications of that particular chapter in the overall syllabus, whether you understood all these points or not, unnecessary. It's an exam oriented. What exam oriented? Exam oriented is mugging up. How many you will mug up? Not possible, right? So you need to understand first. You need to understand why are we learning that? What is the context behind it? All that you need to understand. So exam oriented learning is a big scam. The problem is the people who are promoting this exam oriented batch also are ignorant. You ask them, whoever is promoting this exam oriented batches, ask them exactly what is exam oriented, define. Ask them definition. Ask them to define how this batch is different from their other batch. 90% I'll bet they'll not answer. They cannot answer. Exam oriented means in this we will mainly focus on the concepts which will come in exam. What? Which concept will not come? Show me one concept that will not be tested in the exam. Every chapter, every concept is tested in the past 7-8 attempts. In every chapter, every concept is being tested. In the past 10 attempts, most of the concepts were tested. There is no concept that is left by the institute. So there is no meaning of exam oriented. Come out of it. You need to understand what you're learning. Understanding means not sentence, reading the sentence, translating it and trying to, no, not that. Understanding its implication. Best example, Caro. Everybody will read Caro, but they don't understand where Caro will come in the audit report. Caro is a point in the audit. We give audit reports, right? In that audit report, one point is Caro. In that Caro, we will give it as a checklist, annexure. In the 21 clauses, we will explain. This context, nobody will understand. This is the problem. They read income tax. They read deductions. They read deduction, disallowance, all that. 90% of the students, when I interact with them, they don't understand the meaning of disallowance. They think disallowance is adding back. When will you add back? If it is already debited in P&L account, you started computing PGBP income by taking net profit as per P&L account. It's already debited in P&L account. This net profit is already affected by reducing that amount, but as per income tax provision, that item will not get deduction. Since this profit is already computed after reducing that, but no deduction, we will add back. Then the word disallowance can be used. Student will not understand in PGBP, it is deemed to be income. It is disallowed. It is not allowed. All are different. It is not allowed as deduction is a different. Disallowed meaning is different. Treated as income is different. In all the 3 cases, the treatment is adding back. Similar to adding back. But this is what understanding concepts means. This is what understanding the context. Take law. Small company definition is there. Everybody will read 4 crores paid up capital, 40 crore turnover, so and so, not a subsidiary of public company. It should be a private limited company. Then it's a small company. This is exam oriented learning, according to you. But you're not understanding the context, right? Why small company? What is the purpose behind small company concept? That if you are able to understand, that is when you are learning conceptually. Conceptual learning means paid up capital. You see, paid up capital means equity capital, preference capital, all that. So it do not include debentures. That is not. conceptual learning, that you are dragging. That's actually dragged learning. You're dragging the learning. That's it. Unnecessary points you're focusing there. Paid up capital 4 crores, it's not equal to, it's more than, it's not less than. What you need to focus? That one. The lawmaker have given the definition to focus on equal to, more than numbers. Of course, it is important, no doubt, but that is syntax. Getting the point. What is important is the context. Companies Act want more enterprises to come and register under company law. More enterprises have to register under company law. Why? Company is the only form of organization where the transactions, financial data is transparent. If I operate as a sole proprietor, I am not governed by anybody. If I operate as a partnership firm, I am not governed by anybody. If I am acting as a society, I am not governed by anybody. If I am not registering anywhere, no governing person. What are my financial status? What are my financial affairs? It is not transparent. If it is a company form of organization, transparency will come. So, in order to promote transparency, Companies Act has to encourage people to come and register under company law. Hey, no, people are not registering under company law. Why? Because you're putting so many compliances. Okay, fine. I'll do one thing. I'll give separate category, small company. So if your turnover is less than this, if your capital is less than this, you are called a small company. For you, so and so rules and regulations will not apply. Now, are you happy? Come and register. This is the logic. This is a context-based understanding. This is conceptual understanding. Have you ever seen small company definition in this perspective, which I told now? Now you see the limits. Okay, so this is the reason why small company is necessary. Now look at, when a company is called as a small company, how much time it took? Same 10 minutes, same 15 minutes. Understanding of the concept is different. Understanding nonsense is different. You are focusing on nonsense part. So wake up, test from whom you are learning, question their ability, question their way of getting it, what they're teaching, all that. If you tell them, they will also change their approach. If you continuously run behind equal to a, greater than a, paid up capital, what? Now what I'm saying is, now question banks again, like I'll come to this. So some students are asking, sir, past 10 attempts, past 15 attempts, sir, this is a question bank, sir. Past 25 attempts question paper, sir. Past 20 attempts RTPs and all were given, sir. Past 20 attempts MTPs were also there, sir. So can I, if I simply read this, can I qualify? Obviously not. I'll bet you will not. You go and do, I will bet you will not. Today in the new scheme, look at my audit paper, look at the audit paper itself, CA Inter or CA Final. The content has been redrafted. Once upon a time, what are inherent limitations to audit? The content is slightly different. Now if you look at the new scheme audit syllabus, what are inherent limitations of audit? The content is changed. Now tomorrow, if the same question comes in exam, you studied question bank. In that inherent limitations means what? You have studied one answer. That answer might have been taken from 2018-2017 syllabus. Getting the point? I'll tell you, inherent limitations of an audit. 2017, the answer is different. 2018 onwards to 2023, the answer is different. 2024 onwards, the answer is different. The question is same. What are inherent limitations of an audit? The question is same, but the answer has been changed. Answer, conceptually everywhere it is same, but the way it was drafted, the way it was explained has drastically changed. Now you studied question bank, in that inherent limitations audit answer, that is taken from some 2015 answer, whereas the answer which is updated as per latest ICS study material answer is different. Now you will write that question bank answer, ICS suggestion answer will have some different. The person who is doing valuation doesn't know which answer is correct, first of all, because first of all, the main drawback in valuation is people who are valuing the papers are not from teaching background. Understand that. If I value audit question paper, if you write some alternative answer, I can understand whether your answer is correct or not. But the person who is doing valuation today, he is not from teaching background. Getting it? So he doesn't know anything about the subject. He will look at the suggested answer, look at your answer. If it is matching, he will put marks. If it is not matching, he will just stick it, but he will not award any marks. Why? Your answer is not matching with suggested answer. Matching means 100% matching is not required. But whatever suggested answer contains some 10 points or some 5 points. The 5 points are conveying some, each point is giving some meaning. Whether those 5 points related meaning are you conveying or not, this is what he will check. I agree, there are some loopholes in the valuation. Sometimes students, though writing same answer with the different wordings, some valuationers are not valuing it, not giving marks. That was one minus point in the valuation, but that's very less percentage. Only 1% of the total papers valued will be affected with this kind. But again, this is a very rare scenario, I'm telling you. Very rare scenario. Getting the point? You just try to figure out how many students among your circle have faced this kind of, differentiation in the valuation. Very less. So, if you follow question bank, these question banks will contain answers which are not based on latest ICI study material applicable for your attempt. Very important. Don't follow question banks. Follow ICA book. Follow the faculty book, whatever they have given to you. 100%. Provided they cover 100% syllabus or not, check it out. And just to follow that, after you finish entire that preparation, after you understood everything, context based, concept based, then in the book itself, they will be solving many MCQs also, right? In the classroom. After you finish all that, then if you still have time, go and solve MCQs in the ICA website. After you finishing that, if you still have time, do follow practice question bank. Then coming to RTPs. RTPs, we generally prepare RTPs 15 days to 1 month before exam. We never touch RTPs before that. Only 15 days to 1 month before exam we will touch. It's a revision test paper. So I will only do this. I will only look at RTP only at the time of revision. Now what many students are doing? Some students, they started preparation in January month. Suddenly institute released RTP. Stopping preparation, opening RTP and solving. First you prepare preparation, man. You first finish what you started. Finish the subject. Once understand the total subject. Whatever. Suppose 15 chapters were there. Some 15 chapters were there. 11 chapters only you wanted to study. 4 chapters you want to leave. Okay, leave. But these 11 chapters, finish it first. Understand these 11 chapters thoroughly, conceptually, in depth. Then go and solve what? RTP. Why are you solving RTP now? I know. Some YouTube videos were there on RTP. The moment RTP release, next day YouTube videos will pop up. Don't divert. Don't deviate from your strategies. Don't deviate from your schedules. Why are you being tempted? You are in 10-15 telegram groups. In each telegram group, every day on every subject, one question bank will be released. Why are you downloading each and everything? You don't have mind. Follow, think before you act, before you react, before you act on anything. Just think of it. Is it necessary now? Focus on preparation. Focus on your classes. If at all you're going for classes, focus on the classes. Try to first finish the classes and preparation properly. Then revision videos. Yeah, now again, some students are asking now itself, sir, when will you post marathon videos? What marathon videos? Marathons and all, you have to watch again 1.5 months before exams only. Not well before that. Maximum at least 2 months. 3-4 months before exams, what is the point of watching marathons? Students, they're asking, sir, can I watch your November attempt marathon for the May? No, don't watch it. Maybe some 2 or 3 chapters, the content is exactly same, but many chapters, the content has changed. Don't watch it. See, the problem with revision video. See, if you, I don't know how many of you know about me. I will not sell fast track courses. You will see in Srestha, in our institute, you will not find fast track courses. You will not find crash courses. Why? If I sell you crash course, crash means what? We are crashing the syllabus. Yes or no? We are compressing the syllabus. Now, 100, suppose let us assume some 100% is the syllabus. We cover 70% in the crash. Not even 70, 60. In fast track, we cover only 30%. 30% of each chapter, important, tough concepts only will be covered. The problem with the students is, whatever we covered in the class, it may be crash or it may be fast track. They only go and revise the same. Whatever the leftover portion, uncovered topics, they also don't cover in exam. They prepare only the same topics which is covered in the fast track, which is covered in the crash course. Because of this fear, I stopped taking crash and fast track from the very beginning. I understood. If I give a crash video, student will only study those topics which I covered in the crash. But there are 100 topics which I have not yet covered. I haven't covered in the crash. I will not cover in the crash. That student will not study, even if I tell it is important. And no, sir, since you covered in the class, that is only important. Whatever you have not covered, that is not important. We did not cover because it's a crash course. It's not that it is not important or not necessary. Because it's a crash course, we did not cover the topic. Understand, realize. That's why whenever I say students to take, whenever they want to go for coaching, go for 100% proper coaching only. If you want to go for coaching, or do 100% self-preparation, any one only. Don't stand in between. Medium. Don't stand as a medium. Like what? Mediocre. Next, trend analysis. Bullshit. Trend analysis is very, very, very fake. Show me one trend analysis that went successful. See, honestly, suppose you take CA final audit. There is a chapter called audit report. Okay, audit report, which will have approximately 100 pages content. Total CA final syllabus is some 1000 pages, let us assume. Okay, now total syllabus is for 120 marks. Audit report 100 pages will be the minimum 12 marks to 20 marks. This weightage, minimum weightage will be fixed. Minimum 12 to 20. Proportion it is matching, na? Show me more. Show me any exam paper having less than 12 marks or having more than 20 in this chapter. Definitely not. Now tell me, trend analysis, in that also what will be there? Audit report chapter, every attempt 10 marks to 15 marks questions only will come. Same proportion I showed, right? Without even looking at the question paper. Trend analysis, why are you following? It's a waste of time. Don't follow the trend analysis and all. Every time the person who is setting the paper, if in his mind, if he feels so and so topic is very good to be tested, he will test that. He will not look at trend analysis. See, suppose if I give you a chance to set question paper for upcoming exam, what will you do? Will you open trend analysis? Every attempt, what chapter they are testing, will you pick up that chapter and test from that chapter? Or you will think like, no, I should give question paper in a different way. Will you think like this? You will think in the second way. You always wanted to give question paper in a different way. But as per ICA instructions, you have to cover all the concepts, majorly. All the chapters you have to cover. So as per the instructions you will follow, you will ask questions from each and every chapter. For sure. Hardly out of 15. Suppose if a particular subject is having 15 chapters, some 3 to 4 chapters only they will not be covering. Worst case, some 5 chapters only they will not be covering in the exam. Remaining 10 chapters from each and every chapter question will be there. Don't follow trend analysis. This is a misguiding. This is misguiding people. Don't follow behind that. Okay, fine. From now onwards, February 14th, right? So every day I will be uploading for each subject one video on which 1/3 or which 1/4 portion you can keep choice. Like for example, if you're having 20 chapters, some 5 chapters you can select and ignore it completely. Remaining 15 chapters you have to prepare the best. 100% you have to prepare. Once you prepare 75% chapters in each and every subject, if you still have time, then the remaining 25% you can focus. Like that for each subject in CA Inter and in CA Final for audit, I will upload various videos in the next coming few days. Getting it? So just to follow that, I think that will really help you. That will help you to a large extent. Hope I spoke with some amount of intensity. I hope you understood what I'm trying to tell. Please don't fall for all these traps. People are there to deviate from what is your agenda. There are so many like what deviating forces. Getting it? Which will distract your learning process. No, have control. Just because people around you are discussing about so and so question bank, there is no necessity that you have to discuss on that. Let them discuss. So okay, let them discuss. What you're going to lose? You stick to your plan. Very weak-minded people regularly will think about what is happening. Hey, I will be losing to update that knowledge. I will be losing this. I will be losing. No, nothing. You prepare a plan, stick to it, have target, prepare that everything process and all. Then watch revision videos. Getting it? Then watch RTP. Question bank finally you solve, go to exam, you see, you will find a remarkable result. The student who regularly changes his plan, today is starting audit, suddenly tomorrow somebody shared one question bank, he will immediately tempted, shall I read question bank? That next day somebody will share some RTP video or revision class video. He'll ignore that and go there. This fellow will always fail. This fellow, the chances of success rate will be very low. So I just want to tell this. Sorry if I hurted you, any of your, sentiments and all, but I just want to tell you the facts. Okay? Take care.